We could be witnessing the end of an era when it comes to remote work. A very short era.
Does it really qualify as an era?
I don't know. I thought eras lasted
decades,
years.
at least a decade,
Yes,
right?
exactly. More and more companies are forcing millions of Americans to say goodbye to working from home and hello to offices and shared spaces. I have thoughts.
Okay.
I have feelings.
Let's do it.
For more on this major workplace shift, let's bring in Paul McDonald. He's a senior executive director at Robert Half, a company that helps with hiring across various industries. So you should know that Vlad and I constantly debate this. And in our work environment, most people are still remote. And I am like, go ahead. These working hours are challenging. We're up very early. Stay home if you can. Vlad, on the other hand, I'm not going to speak for you, but because you've been in the business world, you know how the titans of industry think. Mm-hmm. You think more and more they're going to want people coming back into the office.
Yeah, I mean, my impression is that whilst many business leaders understand that we have crossed the Rubicon, I think that there's a sense going forward that, look, for efficiencies and for a number of other reasons, that this notion where you are completely remote, maybe not, not so much hybrid, but completely remote, right, is not going to stay. Okay. Or it's not here to stay.
So tell us, what are some of the reasons that you are seeing companies returning to the office full time?
Well, we're seeing executives and we're seeing decision makers at companies be very cautious on how quickly they're moving towards fully in the office. So I might say that 28 to 29% of the jobs advertised in January were for remote workers. So nearly 1/3. So we're not there quite yet, but we're moving that way. I would say that the companies are saying it's great for new employees to get inculcated with the company's mission, to build collaboration with colleagues and peers, and to be visible. Now, on the other side of this, what I'm seeing from the worker or for the employee standpoint, they do want remote. And they're going into the office, as Vlad said, on a hybrid basis or in the office with a purpose. And they're saying, and the productivity standards are being met by many employees. So we're in this fulcrum state right now where it was, when we hit the pandemic, yes, remote was, you had to do that. Now we're moving towards in the office with a purpose. And it seems to be working for most companies that aren't demanding too quickly, because let's not forget, there's nearly 11 million job openings out there today, and these employees have choices. And with those choices, you run the risk of retention and turnover being, the call of the day.
Mm-hmm. True, you do have choices, but so do the people who are making the hiring decisions. And at the end of the day, if it comes down to somebody, all things being equal on paper, including education and experience level, and somebody says, I'm happy, I'm good with coming in 3 or 4 times a week, and the other person says, no, I'm not coming in at all, I want to do remote work, because that's the way things are right now, potentially the hiring manager is going to say, well, that gives that one person the edge.
I would agree with you 100%, Vlad, and that's where you have to be astute. You have to be careful. How are you approaching this? What are your must-haves? Some people are saying, I will work remote, and in fact, we did a study, and with that remote work, they're willing to take an 18% reduction in salary. So
that's significant.
That's their priority. That is significant. It's nearly 20%. And as a result of that, those individuals that are looking for remote, those individuals must know what are their priorities. Will they stay in Boise if they have to work in San Francisco for a company? Will they come in, to the office 2 days a week, 3 days a week? But I think that we're in this. You have to understand where you are with your priorities, and as a company as well. If you move too quickly on the demand side, you run the risk of those retention issues. So we're finding that individuals are saying, come in for training. If you're a new employee, we'll inculcate you, we'll have you meet your peers. There's team building exercises that they're coming in for. And as a result, you're getting to be known by your management team. And by the way, if you're an existing employee, you have to work hard to stay visible with your management. demand is a hard word. Ask for frequent meetings and reviews.
That's good advice.
Very good advice.
Yeah.
Paul McDonald, thank you very much.
Thank you.